What is up, you guys? I hope everyone is having a great day. Today is Monday the 26th and the last week in February. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for a great February. I hope to finish out February strong with my picks. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, so thank you guys for all the love and support that you guys have shown in February to my channel. And yeah, you can see on the screen here how the free picks went. So my YouTube picks unfortunately went 0-2, but the free winnable pick that I gave out did indeed hit. So I know a lot of people on the winnable were able to tail this. So yeah, just another reason to join my winnable free group. Pretty much what it is it's a way to get more of my picks. So I normally send out 1 to 2 free picks on my winnable. It's a direct text message to your phone. You can click on it and just tail my pick right away. So I always say, no reason not to join my free winnable because we're, hitting plays like this all the time. When even on the day on the free picks, had some very close losses with the VIP, with like an NBA play with James Harden. He had, I believe it was he needed 5.5 rebounds and he had 5 rebounds at halftime. And I look at it, I'm like, oh, this is easy. He's going to get another rebound. He didn't get another rebound the whole game. So unfortunate there. Yeah, I have a League of Legends play and I have a Counter-Strike play for the day. Today's been weird with the lines that they've set out. It feels like they've been setting them out like really late today. I don't know if there's just not that many games going on or something. But yeah, I wanted to make this video earlier, probably like an hour or two earlier. And it seemed like the lines just weren't out. There was just no Counter-Strike lines out, nothing to bet on. So I kind of had to wait for the lines to come out, but they are out now, so let's jump into the plays real quick. Again, join that winnable. I do have a free plan and I also have a VIP plan. The free plan, like I said, you'll get 1 to 2 free plays a day. It's a no-brainer to join. And then the VIP access, you're probably getting like 7, 8, 9 plays a day. For that, I do a lot of eSports. I've been doing NBA. We're going to get into MLB that's coming up soon in March. March Madness is going to be huge coming up. But yeah, really, we've been doing a lot of esports, a lot of League of Legends, a lot of Counter-Strike and Valorant. League of Legends correlation's been great for us this past week. I believe we've hit like 3 or 4 big like 9.5x plays, and I have another one for you guys today that you guys could take. For the VIP, I do have a code free VIP that you can use and get the first month free of your VIP, and get free access for a month. And yeah, if you like it, stay. If you don't, you can always cancel it. So yeah, you can see it working here with the code free VIP, and you'll get that $150 off your first month. We have a great community of people in the VIP, and we're hitting plays every day. Finding ways, finding correlation, finding ways to beat PrizePicks every day. And yeah, I mean, if you're new here, I do think that League of Legends, Counter-Strike, Valorant, Dota, the esports of PrizePicks that you can bet on. If you've never played the games and you do use PrizePicks a lot, there's probably games up there on your app and stuff that you've never even clicked on before. These are things like League of Legends and like Counter-Strike. And the thing about these is you can correlate them very, very, very well. And also PrizePicks, they're not great at setting these lines, right? Like they obviously are going to pour in a ton of money to set NBA lines and NFL lines, but these lines that, these games that happen at 3 a.m., these kind of these pro League of Legends games that happen at 3 a.m., 5 a.m., a lot of times we'll hit them and we'll refresh our apps right when we wake up and we'll have a big win because a lot of these games are early in the morning. So that's really has worked for us really well. Really started getting into it about when the NFL playoffs came around, just because the NFL had been kind of tapering off. But yeah, here's the first play of the day. It's a League of Legends game, and I'll explain a little bit of how this is correlated, right? So we have the team BLG. You can see we have BLG. This guy's on BLG, and then we have the team TT, right? So these two players are on TT, these two are on BLG, and they're all playing each other. So they're all playing each other at 3 a.m. There's one game, or actually two games that they're going to play. 2 games they're going to play. It's a best out of 3, but you can only bet on the map 1 and 2. And pretty much how this is correlated, right, is they're all in the same game. So if they're all in the same game, that should already be a alarm in your mind, like, oh, it's going to be correlated, because if one side does something or if one player does something, then it's going to affect the rest of the game, right? So how this works and how we've hit 3 or 4 plays this week in League of Legends is with these correlated entries just like this. And how League of Legends works is normally a team is able to get up early. If they're able to get up early in the game, get a kill early, get a couple kills early, then they're able to earn more gold. And with that gold, they're able to buy items, they're able to get more levels, more abilities, pretty much an advantage over the other team, right? They're going to become more powerful, stronger than the other team in some way. And then this other team, right? So we have them going more kills, and then this other team, we're going to take them less kills. The reasoning being is because if this team is able to get an early lead, and they are the better team. This BLG team is the better team. So if they're able to get up early, they're going to expand their lead. And these are professional, players. They're professional gamers, right? If they get an early lead, they're going to expand that lead and keep expanding that lead until they win the game. And as they're expanding that lead, they're going to get more damage, more health points, more armor and resistances. And as they're doing that, it's going to be a lot harder for this team TT to kill BLG, any player on BLG, because they're a higher level, they have more items, they have more health and damage and all that. And as they're getting more damage and more items and stuff like that, it's going to be a lot easier for these guys, specifically the bot and mid lane, if you're familiar with League of Legends, but specifically these two players, bot and mid lane, to kind of carry the game and get more and more kills, carry the game. And yeah, right. So as they get an early lead, we're hoping for them to snowball that lead into more and more kills. And as they do that, all of these dominoes should kind of fall into place because, if you've ever played League of Legends, and leave a comment if you have, but if you've ever played League of Legends, then you've probably been in games where you're super behind and it's doomed, right? It's doomed from the start. It's like you can never win. Within 5 minutes, it's like, oh, the game's over. They're already fed, right? And you've probably been in games with the opposite, where your team's gotten really ahead and you've just been easily been able to dominate the opponent. It's the same way in professional play, even more because they are so restrictive and they're not going to quote unquote like throw the game as like a solo queue match would be. So because these are professional teams, if they are able to get an early lead, they're going to just be able to snowball that lead into more and more kills, and it's going to be a lot harder for this team here, this TT team, to generate kills because they're going to be so far behind. So here's the first play. Hopefully that correlation made sense. That's a lot of what we do here is we try to find plays that are affected by each other, so they're positively correlated in some way. So if something happens in the game, all of the plays are going to be affected by it in a positive way. I want to jump into Valorant here, and Valorant is the exact. It's not the exact same way of how it's correlated, but Valorant is also correlated very strongly. Valorant and Counter-Strike are also very heavily correlated esports that you can bet on with PrizePicks. Specifically with Valorant, and also Counter-Strike, they are the first to 13 rounds wins. So whoever wins 13 rounds first wins the game. So what that means is a team could generate or could win 13 rounds, but the other team could only win 1 round or 2 rounds. Or one team could win by 13 rounds and the other team wins 11 rounds or 12 rounds. And it's a very close match to who's going to get 13 first, right? If you think about it, if it's first to 13, the game could potentially go 25 rounds. That would mean one team would get 13 rounds and it would be super close and the other team would get 12 rounds. Or it could be just 13 rounds pretty much, and one team dominates the other team completely and gets 13 rounds and the other team gets 0 rounds won, right? That's relatively rare just because there are some rounds that are kind of a coin toss called pistol rounds. Anyways, so we have these two players here, Jonah P and Stacy, and they're on G2 and Sentinels. Doesn't really matter. All that matters is they're playing each other tonight. They're playing each other tonight at 8 p.m. And what we want is we want to take these guys in Valorant and in Counter-Strike, we want to take them like they're pairs, and we want to either go more or less on them. In this case, we're going more. So not, unlike League of Legends where we're kind of taking one team to go more and the other team to go less because how that works is normally one team can snowball their lead into more and more kills. This one, we're actually just hoping for a close match. We're hoping to where, it becomes 13 to 12 rounds or it ends, 13 to 11 rounds where there's a lot of rounds that happen, right? There's kind of close to that 25, 24, 23 rounds, maximum rounds that are being able to play it on each map. And the more rounds that are able to happen in Valorant and in Counter-Strike, the more kills that these professional players are able to generate, right? If you think about it, if the game only went, let's just say 15 rounds, there's going to be a lot less kills in total in that whole game than if the game went 25 rounds, right? And went the max rounds that it could be. And it could always even go to overtime too. So with that being said, the game is either going to go long or the game is either going to go short, right? So in this particular case, we think that G2 and Sentinels are pretty closely matched, and we're going to take them more and more because we think the game is going to go longer. It's going to be a closer match. Also, these lines with this Jonah P and Stacy, I also do research on these particular players. There's five players to each team. Jonah P is one of those players, and then Stacy's one of those players on these respective teams. And these lines are pretty soft for them, right? They normally get a lot more kills than 26, and Jonah P normally gets a lot more kills than 27 in these two maps that they play. So that's how League of Legends is correlated with this play here, and then this is how Valorant and Counter-Strike are correlated with this play here. So hopefully that makes sense. What we do here a lot of times is we bet with correlation, we bet with our brain, with math, with seeing past projections, with seeing how they're projected on maybe other books and stuff like a DraftKings and FanDuel, and we bet based on that rather than just feeling and just saying, oh, I watched these guys and this guy's going to do way better than this, right? We bet based on math, based on correlation, because that's going to make you a long-term bettor. That's going to make you profitable long-term if you're able to take these correlated plays. And like I said, they are the best. They're the best opportunity in the market right now. You can see that, it's $25 to win $237. It used to be to win $250, but PrizePicks is actually starting to realize it, and they've reduced some of the payout shifts a little bit lower. Now, there's some sports such as like the NHL where you used to be able to take correlated bets, and PrizePicks is pretty much completely gutted taking those right now. So NHL used to be a pretty good opportunity, but right now it is eSports that's the best opportunity. So again, if you're interested in that and take advantage of that right now, I do have ThatWinnable to join, right? Join the free plan. You can see that on the free plan, we hit this yesterday, and then join the VIP because I'm always sending out plays. There's always Valorant, Counter-Strike, League of Legends games going on. You can see that those games are at like 3 and 5 a.m. I'm always sending out plays, specifically like, right after this video, I'm going to send out a free play, and then I'm just going to be sending out plays all day on the VIP. So yeah, everyone, let's have a great, end of February. Thank you guys so much for comment, and subscribing. I love reading all you guys' comments and responding to them. And yeah, everyone have a great day, and let's keep hitting today. Thank you guys.